This is dumb.
I can't.
Let's go. What do you need?
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Baby, no. Oh my, baby,
Hey everybody, it's your girl C Baby, and today I'm here with my mother on Mother's Day, and we are going to do the mother tag. So the mother tag is something I haven't really seen on YouTube, so I decided to do it. It's just a couple of questions, 30 to be exact. I'm gonna ask her. So
This angle is the worst.
And
So,
I.
see you getting her started.
Can I say hi?
Go ahead.
Hi.
Okay, let's get started with the video. So the first set of questions are questions about me as a baby, just to kind of think about that time. So first question, how did you feel when you found out you were pregnant with me?
So I need to start this off by saying I had a rough day. I had to go to work today on Mother's Day, which is also my wedding anniversary. And Chloe is being very special today. And her sister has been fighting with her today. And so I don't feel any kind of way about you right now, other than I wish that I was on vacation somewhere.
Mommy, answer the question.
How did I find out? When,
No.
What?
How did you feel when you found out you were pregnant with me?
So I'm trying to fix my attitude.
Mommy.
Y'all have driven me crazy today. I think I initially was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I was overwhelmed because, you know, I was 23, I believe.
Yeah, you had
I was 23, or maybe I was 22 when I found out I was pregnant, and I was 23 when I had her, but I was 22, and there were some times before that I had wondered or questioned whether or not I could have been pregnant, and in those instances, it was that I was not pregnant. So having taken the test, I was just assuming that, oh, my cycle was just late, that it was gonna come up not pregnant, and then I can go on about my life. But this time it was different. It came up positive. So I think I was just really overwhelmed because I wasn't expecting that. But once I got over the initial shock, I was extremely excited. Yeah, I mean, I was excited.
Okay. Next question, who was the first person you told?
So that's funny. So at the time, I had a roommate, my cousin Samita, and her boyfriend at the time. And I had just gotten back from vacation. In fact, I started questioning whether or not I was pregnant when I was on vacation with one of my very best friends, Raven, at Virginia Beach.
Hey, Auntie Raven.
And during that time, I was kind of doing normal things that I would do all the time, eating and drinking normal things that I would eat and drink, but it kept making me feel sick. And my cycle was due. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it. I even bought a box of tampons while I was there because I was expecting my period. But I said, if it doesn't come while I'm on vacation, see, this is what I'm talking about. If it doesn't come while I'm on vacation, then I'll take the test. So anyway, I was at home by myself with the exception of my cousin's boyfriend. And when I took the pregnancy test, the line was so light that I couldn't tell if I was tripping or not. I'm like, wait, is that a line? No, it's not a line. Wait, I think it is. I think it's not. And so he was in his room taking a nap before his night job. I went and I woke him up so that he could actually look at the pregnancy test to tell me if I was tripping. And so he looked at it and he was very calm. And he goes, yeah, no, that is definitely a line. And so technically, I guess he was the first person that I told.
Okay. The next question, honestly.
Then I called grandma and I cried. But go ahead.
Okay. Did you want a girl or a boy?
I wanted a girl.
Oh, okay. Next question. What were my first words, if you remember?
I don't remember. Baba, dada. I don't remember.
Okay.
It wasn't mom or mama or mommy or
So that's why you don't
man.
remember.
It was none of that.
Okay.
It might actually. I think your first words might even have been no.
Really?
Because I used to tell you no all the time.
Okay. Next question. What would you have named me if I was a boy?
I think you would have ended up being a junior, but then I don't think you would have been, because your dad was not really enthusiastic about juniors, because I guess your granddad and Uncle Spud always have credit issues where one person's stuff. Hey, what'd she say? Thank you. Where one person's stuff would end up on the other person's credit. I don't really think we put a lot of time and energy into that, because we found out that it was a girl early on. We were only 4 months pregnant. And I didn't have any boy names picked out. I just had girl names picked out because that's what I wanted.
Oh, okay. Next question. What was one of the hardest things for you to do when I was a baby?
Let you spend the night out, or really go anywhere without me. We were extremely close, and I don't know what happened when she turned 13. But anyway, I digress. I think you were my firstborn, so I was super overprotective, and I don't care who it was. I just really didn't trust anyone to be as good to you as I was. I didn't let you spend a night out, period. Other than and actually you never even really did that. But of course with your grandparents, that was one thing, but it was really hard for me to let you spend a night, because or let anybody babysit you outside of Grandma Sally and Grandma Darlene, because I just was so overprotective. So I don't think you actually spent the night at someone's house until you were probably 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old. And even then, you spent the night, and I literally was right there in the morning to get you.
Okay. What was something that I did when I was younger that got on your nerves?
I don't know that. You were a really good baby, so you didn't really do much to get on my nerves. Maybe I was more patient back then, because I was younger, and I was super excited because you were my firstborn. Not that I'm not super excited with my second, because I was, and I am. But I just think...
Where did she go?
But I don't remember anything that you did in particular to get on my nerves. Now, you want to talk about what you do to get on my nerves now?
No, that's coming up.
Oh, okay. Because I got a list about this long. No, excuse me, this long.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, you need something to occupy you. Hold these. Okay. What made me
I'm
cry?
happy.
Yes. What made me cry
I'm
the most?
happy.
Yes, shush. What was something that made me cry the most?
I'm happy.
You have a punch in her face.
happy.
Yes!
Don't yell at her like that.
I'm sorry.
Something that made you cry the most.
Wait, what is the best?
You didn't cry. You were such a good baby. I don't know what happened.
Mommy!
Wait,
No, Chloe, stop.
You didn't really cry much, but yeah, you didn't cry much.
Okay. What was something that made me laugh the most?
Anything I did, because you thought I was the smartest, most brilliant, most funniest person in the whole wide world. Aside from me, your granddad Montgomery could make you laugh.
Aww.
And
what
just
is the
anything he
day
did.
if you die?
Give it to me.
No,
That's what made her talk.
You have to be quiet.
Here. How old was I when you first took me to the movie theater?
I believe you were 2 years old.
Something, okay?
And it was a Tyler Perry movie.
After you.
I want to say it was like a Tyler Perry movie that was about family reunions. Anyway, I will never forget it, because at the very end, you did good all the way through the whole movie, and at the very end, you started getting a little fussy.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how after the movie ends and after the credits run, the actor or whomever comes back and they say something to the audience.
Right.
Well, he came back at the end of that movie, and he was saying something about you right there, the one with the baby. Yeah, I don't know why you brought this baby to this movie and interrupting everybody's movie. Anyway, it was perfect timing, because that's precisely when you started acting up, and it was hilarious. Grandma Darlene died laughing. She thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Okay, last one in this category. What was one of the funniest things I did or said when I was younger?
So you used to love Beyonce's song "Irreplaceable."
Oh.
That's the to the left, to the left. So and also, so you and Gianni would sing that, and you guys would sing it with so much passion, like you knew
what she was
talking about. That was funny. The other thing is that you would constantly sing "If You're Happy and You Know It," and you were so cute. So that was the funniest thing.
Okay, so this category is questions.
Other than when you told me one time that when I was
Yeah.
that you or Chloe? No, that was Chloe. That said my breasts look like Dumbo ears.
That was Chloe. That was Chloe. Okay, that was definitely Chloe. Okay, these are questions about me now. So, mommy,
What?
what is your favorite thing about me, or one of your favorite things about me? Because I know there's just so many. Oh.
Do we have enough? Fast forward. It's like 5 minutes later. I'm still thinking.
Oh my god.
What was the question?
What's your favorite thing about me? Mom.
My favorite thing about you would probably be, on a good day, your personality. No, really. My favorite thing about you is your sense of humor. You're really silly when you're in a good mood. When your friend from out of town that all women have is not here. But I think you're super, super funny. Also, I like how loyal you are to your friends, even sometimes to a fault. Because sometimes in the past, you know, not now, but in the past, you've had friends where I'd be like,
God.
Oh
Here you go.
girl, bye.
You got it.
And you're always so loyal. Hey! You're always so loyal. Do not hear her.
I'm sorry.
You're always so loyal. And you're funny.
Okay.
Those are my favorite. Oh, no. My favorite thing about you is that how smart you are.
Aww.
No, seriously. I love how smart you are. And I love how you're so smart without me having to stand over top of you, Chloe.
She does this in every video. She always
Stand
wants to
over
move
top
around.
of you to make sure that you're doing what you need to do where your schoolwork is concerned. That is my most favorite part of you.
Okay. Here goes the question you wasn't ready. I mean, you couldn't wait to answer. What's your least favorite thing?
Can I just say teenage years?
Okay.
And I know that's only 2 years, but they've been the best but the worst 2 years of my relationship with you. I've wanted to choke you out, beat you down, stomp you to the ground most days. But I know it's just growing pains, so I try my best to keep my eyesight on the light at the end of the tunnel, because everyone tells me that this is normal and that we're going to wake up and we're going to become best friends again. But right now, like, you know, most days we struggle, you know.
Sierra.
Okay. So far, what's one of your favorite memories of us?
Of us, as in you and I? Mm-hmm. One of my favorite memories is actually a lot of memories. Chloe. Oh my gosh. One of my favorite things in memories is really, I love our mommy and me time. We used to do it a lot more, you know, when you were younger and you thought I was cool still.
You're still cool.
She's only fronting for this camera. But yeah, and I like that so much because it's also translated. Chloe and I have mommy and me time. Just the quality time one-on-one without any other distractions. And like, you know, I can think of us doing something all the way down to nothing, but just that quality time, just kind of kicking it. Chloe, you want to sit down?
Here, hold this.
Okay.
What's something you have to say to me all the time?
Other than girl bye?
What is she doing over there?
Other than no. Other than who you talking to? Other than no. I already said that.
You did.
No again.
Other than clean my room.
Clean your room.
Yeah, I think who you talking to is probably
Probably
the thing that I have to
Mommy.
say the most lately.
Mommy.
I'm hoping that changes.
Mommy.
Yes.
All right. In what ways am I like you? Knock her out.
I think Chloe's more like me than you. You so silly. I think that's probably why we bump heads so much, because when I was younger, I think that I see a lot
Give me
of me and you. So your attitude and sarcastic smart mouth.
Okay. In what ways am I different?
La, la.
Stop.
Sometimes I feel like you are a little bit of a tomboy, but then I've heard that I was too. So I don't know. Hey, you gotta be kind and stop being so rude, baby.
Then she gets up and walks away.
I feel like I was a tomboy a little bit because I grew up with so many male cousins, but you have the opposite. You have mainly female cousins, so I don't get like, you know, and then like your style.
Oh,
I don't know, you know, like you're just very relaxed. I wanted to wear a dress all the time. I wanted to wear a skirt every day. Hey, Chloe. Stop. Hey, baby cakes. Hey, excuse me. Can you stop, please, so we can get through this? Please. Hey, thank you.
Tammy.
No, go ahead, Sissy.
Okay. So, what profession did you want me to go into, or do you want me to go into?
I'm gonna say, you said it like you got a job. Whatever you want to be.
Okay.
As long as it's respectful and honorable and can support you and take care of me when I get older.
Chloe, stop. Sit down, please.
I don't really want you to take care of me when I get older. I want to be able to take care of myself. But I just want you to have a job that is going to be profitable, but also something that you really enjoy. Whatever your heart desires.
Okay, so then that kind of answers the next question. Do you like the profession I want to go into, which is psychiatry?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I prefer psychology over psychiatry. Only because psychiatry, you end up dealing with a lot of psych patients or psychiatric clients, and that just, I guess maybe because of the unknown, I don't know enough about it. What the risk may be, it just seems like it might be a little bit more risky.
Okay, so this category is questions about you and your childhood. Here you go. What did you want to be growing up in terms of job?
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Why did I give up on that? Oh no! All right, I'm adding my own questions. Nah, man.
In school, what cliche / stereotypical character would you describe yourself as? Like the mean girl, etc.
Oh no! Actually, you mean like in high school and all of that stuff? I was the cheerleader. So, you know, I was the girl who had a lot of team spirit, school spirit. Okay. But for whatever reason, the girls at school didn't like me.
Really?
They didn't like me. I didn't have a lot of friends. I had a lot of fake friends. I had a lot of people who would kick it in the cafeteria with me. But in terms of, I don't know, you know, the girls really just didn't care for me much when I was in school. So I ended up being a little bit of a loner. The two best friends that I had, they were upperclassmen. So they were a year older than me. So it was fine. I wasn't by myself until my senior year, but my senior year, I very much so became a loner. Junior year, the coach that I had, Miss Wade, best cheerleading coach ever, she had left in my junior year. So my senior year, because my boyfriend was an upperclassman, I didn't have him. He didn't go to my school anyway, but still, he was away in college. I didn't have him. I didn't have my two best friends because they had graduated. I no longer cheerleaded, so I didn't even have the cheerleading team. I literally became a loner. I had great grades, but I became a loner. So much so that at graduation, when I walked out, everyone else is crying and hugging one another. Oh, I'm going to miss you. I didn't even say bye to nobody. And I have yet to have gone to a high school reunion, and it's, oh my gosh, it's 2018 and I graduated in 99, so we're coming up on 20 years. I won't be going to that one either.
Oh God. Okay, so that kind of answers the next question because you said it. But what were your grades like in school period?
I was an honor roll student always. Never ever did I ever miss the honor roll. And not just honor roll, but I was typically high honors. So much so that when I went to college, I was high honors as well. I was on the dean's list once, but I had always 3.5 and above.
And then you answered this too. What sports did you play?
I did cheerleading, varsity cheerleading. I never went to JV. I was too good for that. No, I wasn't, but I was. Sorry, not sorry. I also was on the dance team. I had did pom-poms my freshman year. And then I was also in the gospel choir, which I know isn't a sport, but it was pretty fun.
Okay. What was your favorite subject in school?
So my favorite subject was my law classes. At the time, I went to Largo High School, and it was a wonderful school. I don't know how good the school is now, but back then it was really, really good. Blue ribbon school, known for academics, college preparedness. And anyway, there was this teacher, Miss Henry. She was the teacher over the law strand. I loved the 2 years that I was in the law strand. I loved her as an educator. She made every class fun. She's why I had initially wanted to become a lawyer. Okay. I was even on mock trial because of her.
Oh, that's lit. Okay. Who were some of your role models, like, as a child?
You know what? As mean as she was, one of my biggest role models was my Aunt Vaughn. Because she was so fly and she was so pretty, and she had a lot going for herself. She was in the military, the Air Force to be exact. And at the time, when I would look around at my aunts and my uncles and just other female influences that I had in my life from like my mom's friends and all of that, to me she seemed like, and all of them had their own strengths and weaknesses, including her, but to me she just seemed like she was able to live the type of life that I thought that I wanted. And she seemed like she did, as far as I know. Like, she just had a good head on her shoulders. She had a lot of positive things going for her. So I remember being young saying, when I grow up, I want to be like Aunt Vaughn. I think I probably failed miserably. But nonetheless, I don't think I failed miserably. I think that I took from her character traits, her honesty, her loyalty, her love for her family. I took a lot of positive things from her. Career-wise, I didn't follow in her footsteps, which the irony is I got a fatigue shirt on, right? I guess I still want to be like her to a bit. But she was someone who I really, really looked up to growing up.
Okay. And last one about your childhood. As a child, what was something that grandma did that got on your nerves?
Everything.
Oop.
And I think that's why I try to just brush it aside when I'm getting on your nerves, or when you act like I'm the worst person in the world. Because I think that's just something that all mothers and daughters go through. My mother is one of my best friends. I love her. I cherish her. Chloe.
Wait a second.
Shh. Yeah, anyway, I love and cherish her so much. It's so funny that when we were growing up, we bumped heads. But we bumped heads mainly because I was extremely mouthy, kind of like you. So I guess back then, what she would do to get on my nerves was do anything that was opposite of what I wanted to do. Not let me do whatever it was that I wanted to do. All the while she was just being a mom and trying to protect me.
Okay. And then this category is questions about you now. What traits of grandma do you think you inherited?
Even though we all say I'm not gonna be like my mother when I grow up, or I'm not gonna parent like my mother when I grow up, I think I took on her good and the bad in terms of parenting. One of the things that my mom's family and friends would say to her all the time is that she allowed me to be too expressive, and that, you know, why you let her talk to you like that? And that was something that I just thought that would never happen with me. And I now hear people saying some of the same things about me where you're concerned, because I guess you're my twin, really, and I'm my mother's twin. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So I'm like her in that regard. But also, one of the things that I love about her that I know that I inherited from her is her love. She is such a loving person, and she loves extremely hard, and she'll give you her last and a shirt off her back. But she's extremely frugal and thrifty. She can make $1 out of 15 cents. I absolutely got that from her.
I need some more.
Chloe.
A little more.
Excuse me. Look.
She's trying to take my.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
What is the best part about being a mother?
The best part about being a mother is being able to sit back and watch the two of you grow and change year to year, and to know that I have a lot to do with who you all are and who you will become. Also, the best thing about being a mom is the bond.
What
There's
is
no
the thing
bond.
that you, Mommy?
Hold
What is
on.
the thing
But you
that
gotta wait to the end. You gotta wait to the end.
There's no bond like the bond of a mother and her child.
Then, okay? Okay.
And just watching y'all, like right now, y'all a show all day, every day, a show, a complete show. Yeah, but the bond, being able to watch you guys grow and change and blossom, and the love that we have, even though we get on each other's nerve. I know I wouldn't trade you guys, and I know you guys wouldn't trade me.
Of course.
There's some more here down.
Unconditional.
Okay. Yes.
2 more. Come on.
Which of our family traditions is your favorite one?
Christmas, joy to the world. Christmas. I love Christmas. I love to decorate with you guys, even though these past few years you've been missing in action. Whatever. I love Christmas. I love decorating the house with the kids. I love cooking around Christmas time with you guys. I love wrapping the gifts and you guys wrapping gifts and then y'all waking up and opening gifts. I love that tradition. I love the tradition of having family come over to our house. Chloe, stop. Oh my goodness. Having family come over to you. Chloe be turned up for no reason. I love Christmas. Christmas tradition with our family and having family, like my siblings, your aunts and uncles and cousins come over is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, that's super fun. Okay. And last one. How did becoming a mother change you?
Believe it or not, it has made me so much more patient.
So much more patient.
Especially after Chloe. I think I've calmed down a lot, even though I still have some turn up in me and I know how to have a good time. I've calmed down a lot. You know, having children makes me
Help me.
kind of second guess decisions before making them because I try my best to have you guys in mind. I'm always worried about you all, which that's something that Poppy, my husband, that's something that he, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Chloe, stop before you hurt yourself. I don't even know what I was saying.
Poppy, your husband.
Right, but what was I saying? Oh, I'm so protective. He says that's something that I got to calm down on. I just don't want anything bad to happen to you guys. So if there's something that I can prevent because I have foresight and I see it happening, I'm going to try my best to protect you all by any means necessary. That's whether it's a scrape.
I'm doing the same thing as you.
A scrape, a cut, broken heart, whatever it might be. Yeah.
Okay.
As y'all can see, Chloe don't know how to act
At all.
while we trying to record. Hey, baby, give me a kiss.
She's so
So I'm going to be out.
Yeah.
Mommy out. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the world. Hopefully being a mom brings you just as much joy as it brings me. Oh my God. And on that note, we're out. Bye.